Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I'm gonna be playing with the newest Doodles by the Bunny and Gourmande Girls collaboration. They are at it again with a festive little holiday palette. This one came out of literal nowhere. Just all of a sudden they made the post like, oh, by the way, this exists now. It's available, go get it. And then this arrived a couple days later and I'm so happy to be playing with this. I love the Halloween collabs that they've already done, and now we have a cute little festive one. I didn't see this coming, and I probably should have, because I've now grown to expect Doodles by the Bunny Gourmande Girls collabs. Like, please do every holiday. Give us like Valentine's Day, give us a springy one, give us like, I don't know, Earth Day. I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna be doing swatches, close-ups, a look, all that good stuff. And then at the end, I'll give you my thoughts so far. I also plan on doing another look on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, so just stay tuned for that. Like I said, the palette's already available and you can use my affiliate code BATTYBEAN to save on their site. I'll have it linked down below for you, as well as all the products that I am wearing on my face today. And I think that's basically all I have to say. As far as my accessories today go, this is an Ana Luisa necklace. These two rings, I actually don't know where they're from. They've just been like chilling in my collection. I don't know where they're from. I think they were just like cheap rings from like Amazon or Etsy or something. And then this is a CC brand beanie. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead, hop in, talk about the palette, all the things, and then we'll get into the look. They always just kill it with the packaging. This is so cute. I'm glad that it's like stayed true to the same design they've been doing as far as like format goes, because they're all just going to aesthetically look so good together. And then on the inside, we have the same 14 pan kind of format. This is a beautiful color story, very much kind of a like moody blues meets cool tone neutrals meets pops of gold. It's very pretty. I'm really, really into these kinds of colors right now. I just want all the smoky, moody blues. It's just so much my vibe, and I'm really, really into it. There are so many beautiful shimmers in here. I feel like we have a lot of good kind of tones going on. I feel like there's a lot you can do with this one. Like, you can play very bold, like moody, colorful, but you can also be very like neutral. You can kind of cross in between those two. I really like this. I like this aesthetic a lot. At first glance, it reminds me a teeny bit of the Christmas Eve from Odin's Eye. Looks like this, if my lighting wants to cooperate. But as you can see, they are not, in my opinion, exact dupes at all. I think the only similarity to me is the fact that there are neutrals, blues, and like yellow golds, but they offer completely different things. I feel like the blue shimmers that are in the Silent Night palette are so different than the blues that are in the Christmas Eve palette. I feel like the neutrals are so vastly different. If anything, the Odin's Eye one lacks a lot of neutrals. Like, it's very much more moody, colorful. But I just wanted to hold these up together just so you can visually see. Because I know at first glance, this one can kind of give Christmas Eve vibes, but they're completely different palettes. They just have a couple things in common is all. But yeah, this is the Silent Night palette. That's the overview for you. Let's just go ahead and get into the look, and then I'll give you my thoughts so far at the end. All right, friends, hello. How's it going? We're going to play with the Silent Night palette. I'm really excited. I do have a vision. I want to do something kind of like bold blue cut creasy. Lots of shimmer slathered everywhere. I do want a pop of that gold because I feel like that really, I aesthetically love that yellow gold next to the blue. I love yellow and blue together. It's one of my favorite combos. So yeah, that's what we're gonna play with. In typical Betty Jean fashion, I am avoiding the neutrals. In my look for Instagram and YouTube Shorts, maybe I'll dabble more into the neutrals. We'll see. In theory, that look will be going up the same day as this video, so just stay tuned. If it's not already up, it'll be coming to Instagram and YouTube Shorts soon. I am going to prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. Going to slather this on and blend it out. I am super excited. All right, so let's dive in. I want to start, I think with Silent Night. This is kind of going to be my lightest of the blues in the crease. I might like grab like something else to blend it out more. This is a Game Beauty E07, but I want this to be kind of high. So I'm going kind of like right above my natural crease. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly drag this. Still kind of following my crease shape, just a little bit higher up. And I'm using such incredibly light pressure. I'm barely touching the brush to my eye. I'm just gonna start inching that toward my tail of my brow. All up in like where I placed my blush and stuff. I want it to kind of stretch up into that region. Kind of something like that. It's gonna be one of those looks that's scary at first and then it's gonna come together at the end. I'm really excited for it actually. Kind of sort of something like that. Just getting that placement kind of laid down, but I have so much space now, like below it. That's kind of the goal I was hoping to achieve. All right, so kind of like that. It's a little sloppy, a little diffused. I didn't want too much pigment because I really do want this to be the shade to blend everything else out. So I'm gonna go in now with the darker blue, Child, right there. I'm going to take my Blend Bunny B3 brush. Just gonna tippy tap that in. And kind of doing the same thing. I just wanna keep this at the lower point of what I laid down, if that makes sense. And I'm just gonna kind of follow that same shape. I just don't want to drag this up as far as that first shade was. So just, again, very extremely light pressure. Like I am barely touching my eye. I just want to very lightly kind of build that color up and follow that shape. So I'm just going to go through with my previous brush. I'm not even going to grab any additional product. And I'm just going to lightly kind of just start buffing at the edge of that. And I'm not worried about what the underneath looks like at all because I'm going to be cutting that out anyways. Just focused on blending upwards. I just want to get this a little bit more smudgy before we go in with the black to really deepen this up and add some good depth in. All right, so now taking Shush, the black, that's a really cute name. I'm going to use this Game Beauty E09. It's like a really teeny tiny little skinny pencil brush. And again, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just gonna keep this even tighter to the very bottom of that line that I've been creating. This is just gonna really seal the deal, add that extra bit of depth in the mix. Even after all is said and done, depending on how I am vibing with the overall look, I might even go through after it's complete, like the entire look, and like add some black liner to like super really define and cut that out because I do want it to be really dramatic and really dark. I also think I'm gonna add little face gems in this cut crease area because I think that's really freaking cute. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm just gonna kind of go through now with my previous brushes. No additional product, I don't think that's necessary. And I'm just gonna go back through. So I'm starting with the darker blue brush and just kind of running this along the edge of that black. Again, I'm using really light pressure here. And again, I didn't grab any additional product. I'm just using the leftover that's on the brush to help smudge this out. And I'll go through with my lightest blue brush just to do kind of the same thing. And I'm really, really liking this. I feel like their shadows just blend really well and really easily. I'm really, really enjoying this vibe. I do really quick just want to grab Snowy, the white. I'm just taking any old blending brush. This is a B06 from Spectrum. I just want to soften the front just a hair. I feel like even though I like how dramatic it is slightly too harsh for what I'm going for. So I just want to soften that just a tiny bit before I go in and start cutting things out. But I do think I'm going to do the lower lash line before we cut things out as well. So I'm just going to soften this guy up just a little bit. Again, I'm using very little pressure. I don't have that much product. I just want this to be a little bit more diffused before we go in. All right, so basically for the lower lash line, we are just gonna do the same thing, except I am gonna start dark to light. So I'm gonna grab the black shade first, Shush. And I'm actually only gonna focus this in the outer, like third, just like that. Kind of, sort of, something like that, you know? Because I am gonna have a pop of shimmer down here later, so I don't need to like take over the entire lower lash line. I'm gonna grab the darkest blue now, Child, and I'm going to smudge that out as well. Again, focusing it mostly out here, but I'll drag it slightly in a little bit more just to create a little bit of a gradient. But I do want this to be blended kind of outward, like going toward my blush and stuff. Ooh, that's already really cute. I feel like that just adds so much. And I'm gonna grab Silent Night. It's not really a light blue, but the lighter of the two matte blues. And again, just kind of doing the same thing, very light pressure. I just want just a little wash of this just to help kind of complete the blend here. Add to that gradient so it doesn't just look like a black line on my lower lash line. I want there to be a little more interest than just that. Don't get me wrong. I was one of the girlies back in the day that just threw black eyeliner in my waterline and called it a day. Threw on mascara and that was it. That was the look. Oh, that takes me back. I can't even imagine. I feel like I would look like a zombie if I did that now. I'm gonna take my brush I used with the white. I'm not like gonna grab any more white. I'm just gonna kind of use just the mostly clean brush just to like further diffuse and define. And there we go, looking super cute. Now we're going to cut the crease. I'm gonna use my Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay. I love the NYX Glitter Primer as well, but sometimes for cut creasy stuff specifically, this one really is just that girl. It's really good. There's something about the formula that like when you like really rub it across, it'll kind of erase your shadow, which isn't what you want if you're trying to just like pop some glitter on. You would want to just lightly tap. But if you do this kind of maneuver, it'll kind of erase a little bit. So if there's any shadow down here that I didn't want, it'll kind of take it away, which I was pretty precise. So I'm not like super worried about that, but I just want to make sure I have as clean of a base as possible before we go in with that shimmer. So I want to use two shimmers as per usual. I want to use Peace first, and then it's going to go into one of these blues. I don't know which though. They look similar in the pan, but they're like not the same at all. Like they're such like different shifts. Oh, I don't know. Like one's like so much brighter. I think I'm leaning toward this one. So Festive, the one down here. But I'm going to start with Peace. I'm just going to grab it on the same sticky brush. That shade is beautiful. Like this is my favorite shade in the palette, I think. It's just so glossy and lovely. So this is gonna be the shade that takes over most of my lid. I want this to be the shade that's right up against all my cut creasy nonsense. Just very lightly kind of tracing it along the cut to start with, just to get that laid down. I like that. That's so pretty. So now I just want this to be kind of like all over this first like third of my lid. I just really wanted this to be a really pretty kind of mystical moment. That is beautiful. This is for sure my favorite shade in the palette. That is just so pretty. And then I'm just gonna use my little finger because why not? And I'm just gonna kind of tippy tap that on the remaining part of the lid, focused mostly on like the actual mobile lid itself, but then I'll just kind of like tippy tap the leftover out here so that it kind of feathers out in a way. That's really, really cute actually. Not that I didn't think it would be cute, but it's nice to see it come to fruition. That's really pretty. I really like the way that blue shimmer melts in with the first shimmer. I'm gonna take my brush I used with the blue and just kind of lightly kind of fluff at that edge there so it just kind of blends away into nothing. This is so cute. Now we're gonna add the pop of gold because we just have to. It's called Bright. I just feel like, I mean, this look is beautiful on its own, just the blue moment going on, but this gold is just really pretty. So I wanna pop this in the front part of that lower lash line. That's probably gonna be my eyeliner color as well for like in my waterline. So I'm just going to kind of heavily pop this here, and I wanted to just kind of fade into the blue mattes on that lower lash line. Like, are you kidding? That just took it to the next level. That's so pretty. So now for inner corner and face highlight, because I haven't done that yet, I want to use the shade Frosty. So I'm just gonna use my little pinky. I'm gonna pop that there. That's really, really cute. Oh, that's a really pretty shade. Oh, that has such a good glow to it. Wow. I love Betty Jean approved. I knew I was gonna love this palette. The second I saw it revealed, I was like, that's gonna be amazing. And again, I mean, I keep saying it. I apologize that like this video wasn't sooner. One, this didn't get sent to me until like, I think a few days after this launched anyways, but I've been going through it. I have had to like slow down on filming just for a while, just because I'm going through it a lot in my life. And I know so many of you are understanding, and I'm so appreciative of you, but I still feel bad. But hopefully things will get back to, whoa, more of something normal eventually again. We'll see. Grief is weird. Oh my gosh, I need my blush brush to help kind of like tone that down. I went with too much of a heavy hand. Okay, that's a little better. I like a bright highlight, but that was almost like too much, which I never thought I'd say that. Ooh, that is just so pretty. See, diffused. That's a lot better for the face. It was just a little too high impact for that spot. Ooh, that's lovely. And yeah, I do think I want to add the black liner just to like make that cut crease even more dramatic and I just can't be stopped. So I'm gonna grab, which liner do I want? I'm gonna grab one of the Urban Decay ones. Which one is the black one? It's always so hard to tell. I think it's this one. Zero, yes. Obviously you could stop here if you are recreating this, but I just want a little bit more drama. It's hard for me to do this on camera because I have to be like so close to the mirror, but I'm basically just gonna follow what I initially did and hope I don't mess up. I personally love that. I think that just adds like just a little something more to the look. So I'm gonna do it on the other eye now. Oh, this is so cute. So let's add some face gems now. I usually do this off camera, but you know what? Let's spend more time together. I don't have one of those fancy like rhinestone tools. I just use tweezers. And I have this little set here from Lethal. And I'm thinking like the blue would be cute, right? But would the silver be better? Do I have gold? I mean, gold would be top tier. No, I don't have any gold ones. Maybe the blue then. Like we'll just keep going with the blue. So I have various sizes. I have like big, medium, small. So let's start with a big one. I feel like I always like to start with a big one first. So I just have it on my thing. And I think I want to pop it like right here. I don't know, that just always seems like a good spot for a big gem. I don't know why. I like to do both eyes at the same time so that I can make sure everything is symmetrical as much as possible. So I'll pop the other one there. I already love, there's just something about face crystals. I'm gonna take a medium-sized one now. And I usually like to pop one of those kind of like, I don't even know, maybe like right here. Like kind of in the front, but not where like any folds of my eyes are, so it's gonna still stay put. And these all have like a sticky like sticker on them, so I don't have to use any additional like adhesive or anything. I don't know, I think they're fun. They just add like a little extra something, a little extra twinkle. I'm gonna grab a tiny one now. These ones can sometimes be the hardest because they're just so small to get a grip on. I wanna pop one like right next to the blue. I kind of went like above it a little bit. I want another medium one for out here. I'm gonna go kind of like right below that line. Kind of like that. Take another tiny one. I want it to go like right here. That's cute. Definitely want another tiny one for like in my brow highlight. I think that looks cute there. I feel like I need just something else in the front. I feel like a big one would be too big, but I mean, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe if I pop the big one like kind of up in my brow a little bit. Will it even stick in my brow? Ooh, that's kind of cute. Yeah, that's exactly what that needed. It's like I like a sense of uniformity with the face crystals, but I also want them to look like chaotic in the best way. So I mean, this is kind of where we're at. I really like this. I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna throw on my lashes, probably a gold eye pencil, something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. Here is the completed look. I really like how this came out. I love the bold cut creasiness. I love the added crystals, but I mean, this look was awesome even without the additional like liner and crystals. I just think it like elevated it a little bit. I love the gold on the lower lash line. That really just like adds something so special. I'm really into it. The eye pencil I ended up using was Sub Zero from Colourpop, just like a really bright yellow gold. It's so pretty. It's also metallic, so I felt like it went with that lower lash really well. And on my lips, I have a little combo going on. I have Lawless Nude Honey Pencil with Lawless Daisy Girl lipstick with Lawless Nudie Gloss over top. I just wanted something kind of pinky neutral. I didn't want anything too crazy just because my eyes are a lot. So yeah, I hope you like this look. Let's zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far on the palette. Thank you so much for being here and watching my video. I appreciate you so much. I really, really like this look. I really hope you like it as well. I think this all just came together so nicely. I'm feeling cozy and wintry, and I think it's really, really cute. Let's chat about the palette, shall we? We played with 4 of the mattes technically because we used the white, the 2 blues, and the black. I mean, I felt like everything blended really nicely. I didn't have to work too hard. I feel like everything blended as to be expected with this formula. Like, I don't really have any issues typically, and this kind of stayed true to that. Obviously, I haven't really played with the neutral shades. Maybe I'll play with that at another time. We'll see. I just wasn't feeling very neutral today, as I usually am not. But I will say, if I'm gonna play with neutrals, these are my cup of tea. I like more cooler tone neutrals. It's just very much up my alley. The shimmers are gorgeous. We used 1, 2, 3, 4 of the shimmers. We used a lot of shades. We used 8 of the shades in this 14 pan palette, so pretty darn good if you ask me, over half the palette. Shimmers are breathtaking. I love the way that shade looks in my inner corner and my face highlight. My lids look so like wet and glassy. I really, really like it. It's really exciting to me. I think the only shimmer we didn't use was this one. Like every other shimmer got used today. It was mostly just the brown neutrals, the yellow matte, and then this shade here. But I feel like I got a pretty good overview of the palette. I'm really happy with it. I think it's gonna fit in nicely with my other Gourmande Girls palettes. I might do a bingo with all 4 of the Gourmande Girls Doodles by the Bunny palettes at some point. But I'll be honest, I've been doing a lot of bingos over the last couple months. I'm not burnt out on them, but I'm getting a little bored. And I'll be honest, I think you're getting bored too, because my like views on the bingos have been steadily dropping. So we might have to take a little bit of a break, or at least not do as many all the time. But I might do one at some point, because I do think that would be fun. I think this would add something interesting to the Halloween palettes, because the Halloween palettes don't really like touch on these colors like at all. So I think that could be fun. It adds a nice thing to stand alone by itself, but then also could fit in with the other things in a really unique way. I would love to hear your thoughts though. Did you end up picking this palette up? Do you want to pick it up? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave some wintry emojis, because that's the vibe of the palette. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And also feel free to subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. Also feel free to join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.